everybody, today I wanted to do a video about the 10 baby names that I love but probably will not be using. I'm not gonna make any promises because this is a list that I keep in my phone on my notes where if I hear a name or I see something and I'm like, I really like that and maybe I want to talk to Erin about it, maybe I want to revisit it. I put those names in my phone and this is actually that list. So if I ever have another baby, don't be surprised if the name comes from this list. Sometime while you're here in this video, check out the description because I have lots of stuff linked down below. Everything from my makeup to things I'm wearing, my social media, all kinds of fun stuff will be down there. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because I upload videos every single week and I would love to have you join me. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into these names. If I'm looking down, I have a list down here and some notes. So that's what I'm looking at. And the first name I have is Darcy, and I absolutely love that name. It's like almost southern sounding and sweet and girly, and I think the first time I heard it was on Sprinkle of Glitter. I know her oldest daughter, actually, her name is Darcy, and I have loved it ever since I heard it for the first time. And then I heard it again on, I don't remember which season of The Voice it was. One of these most recent seasons, there was a girl on there named Darcy, and I thought she was so cute, and I don't like it because of her, but I just thought the name in general, it kind of reminded me of it again. And I really like that name, but I don't know how Erin would feel about it. I don't think I've actually brought that one up, so who knows? We will see. The next name I have is Avery, and I like that for both a boy and a girl. And I brought that up with Erin actually when I was pregnant with Amelia, and he wasn't really a fan of it. He thought of a girl when he heard the name, but he wasn't a fan of it as a girl's name, if that makes sense. So I obviously want him to like the name we pick for our children, but I do really like that name, especially for a little boy. I think that would be really, really cute. The third baby name I have is Evelyn. I love that name. It was actually the second choice after Amelia, and the reason we went with Amelia, it was more of a family name. Amelia was actually my grandmother's name on my dad's side, so it meant a lot to me, and we both just liked it a little bit better. And I would really like Evelyn as a middle name. I have noticed it picking up in popularity, but also our family also has an Ava in it, so it would kind of get a little mixed up with an Eva and Ava. It just would be a little messy, so we probably won't use that name, but I love it, and it was almost Amelia's name because I liked it so much, and so did Erin. The fourth name I love is Jade, and I really like that as a little girl's name. But I had a friend and a girl I went to school with named Jade, and I don't want to name my child a name that reminds me of somebody I went to school with. Nothing against those people. I just want them to have their own sort of identity in my mind, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to think of Jade and think of a girl I went to school with, regardless of whether or not I have good feelings towards that person. Plus, on Rhett and Link, I know Rhett's dog's name is Jade, so not that that would really stop me from using it, but I do love the name, and I love like stone, like gemstone names, and I just think Jade would be like a really cute name. I don't know how Erin feels about it. I also don't think I talked to him about that one either, but I do really love that, and I would love to have a little baby girl Jade. The next baby name that I love but might not be using is Minnie, like Minnie Mouse. I think that is so cute, but for obvious reasons, I probably won't use it just because I don't think she's gonna want to be called Minnie Mouse for her whole life. But how cute would that be? Like, I don't know. I just think that would be a really cute name. The next baby name that I love is Katherine, and I really like that it sounds kind of old-timey, but you could use like Kat as a nickname or Katie or whatever you wanted really. But my mom's middle name is actually Katherine, and that could actually be more of a reason to use it. I just think it's a really pretty name, either as a whole or cut down to a nickname. I think it would be really fun to have a name that's long and beautiful, but could be cut down to a fun nickname so that they don't have to be called, you know, this long name their whole life. And I also like the idea of having another family name, but I think if we have another child, I would want the name to come from Aaron's side of the family, just because Amelia's came from mine, and I think it would be nice to have a name come from his side as well. So unfortunately, I do love the name, but we probably won't be using it. The next baby name I love is Sailor, and I love this for a little boy, either spelled S-A-I-L-O-R or S-A-Y-L-O-R. I've seen it both ways, and I think I like it with the I a little bit better. I think it's more traditional, and I just think it would be so cute, like Sailor Beb. I don't know, that's kind of weird, but I think it's kind of cute, and it would be a little boy's name. I think that would just be really adorable. Aaron loves to fish, not that I would want to name a boy after, you know, fishing, but I think it's just a really cute name, and I think it is picking up a little bit in popularity, but I still love it, and who knows, maybe if I have a boy, it'll be a little sailor. The next baby name I love is Regan, and I love that for a boy or a girl, but I think I would more like it for a girl. I had a teacher in middle school whose first name was Regan, and I really liked her. She was really pretty. I remember thinking that all the time. Plus, I really liked her name. I had never heard that as a first name, and I've just really liked it ever since then. And I don't know if I'd ever use it if I have another little girl, but I think it's really pretty and could be a boy or girl's name. The next name is Sophia, and I really like the way that sounds. Again, it sounds kind of old but sweet and really feminine at the same time. And I really like the name, but when I think of it, I kind of think of like Sophie the giraffe and Sophia the First, the cartoon, and it has gotten really popular in the last couple years. So even though I love Sophia, I would probably want to find something either a little bit more unique or something that just means a little bit more. Because if it's a more common name, if it has, you know, a meaning to me that I enjoy, I'm not gonna mind that it's a little bit more popular. Like Amelia is kind of popular right now, but it was my grandmother's name and it reminds me of her, and I absolutely love that. And the last name I have is Florence, and I would really like this as a little boy's name. I actually talked to Aaron about this, and he said he wasn't a fan of it, and I even told him, I was like, but we could call him Ren, like it would be really cute. And he's like, I'm honestly not really a fan of Florence or Ren, so unfortunately we probably won't get to use it. But when I heard it, I was like, oh my god, I love that. Like, I would love to have a baby and name it like a boy and name him Florence. Like, I am really into the idea of my next baby or all my babies having kind of more intricate or longer names. I know Amelia is not like too long, but I want to keep it at least 2 syllables because the last name is so short, and I know that's a really silly reason, but I like when people have long, pretty names. Like, I like having, you know, I don't know, I just like, there's something about it that I like writing out a long name, or I like seeing a long, nice name written out. And I told Aaron, I was like, well, since your last name is so simple, we have to pick a baby's name that is a little bit more complex. And unfortunately, I don't know if I could get Aaron in on that one, but I absolutely love it, and I would love to use it. And I actually have one bonus name, and I thought about not even including this just to keep one for myself, but I have it written down here, and I'll go ahead and share it. And the name is Sloan, S-L-O-A-N, and I really like that as a first name, and I don't know anybody with that name. I don't think I've ever heard of that as a first name, but I think that would be really cool. I'm sure there are. I know there are, and I have a friend and an old coworker whose last name was Sloan. So it kind of makes me think of her, but I liked her, and it's spelled a little bit differently. Anyway, I think it would be a really nice name for a girl or a boy, honestly. And it's different, but it's strong. I don't know. Something about it, I like the ring to it as a name. Well, there you have it. Those were all of the baby names that I have on my list in my phone. If you want to use these names, you're more than welcome to. Like I said, I might not be using them, but like I also said, don't be surprised if I do have another baby if the name comes from this list, because I love all of these and I think they would make really good baby names. And I've actually had some questions about where I came up with Amelia's name, and that's why I talked a little bit about it. Was my grandmother's name, and I love the name in general. I didn't actually know my grandmother's name until I was a little bit older, and as soon as I heard it, I was like, wow, Amelia, I love that. And apparently she wasn't the biggest fan of her name, but I was like, sorry, like, she's no longer with us and she hasn't been since I was younger, but somebody told me she was not a huge fan of her name, and I was like, sorry, Mimi, I love it and I'm gonna use it. So I did, and Amelia's middle name is Belle, B-E-L-L-E, and that is because my mom's grandmother, so my great-grandmother on my mom's side, her middle name was Belle. Her name was Lillian Bell, and I really like the name Lillian as well, but we had a dog growing up named Lily, and I don't know, I kind of can't get past that because we had her for so long and she was like my first childhood dog. So I don't think I could name a child Lily, but there's another name that I love and think is really sweet and kind of old-timey, but kind of fun at the same time. I don't know, I love names like that. I don't know if there's kind of like a trend with the names that I picked, but those are the kind of names that I lean towards. Lillian, Amelia, Evelyn, Sloan, I don't know, like odd but strong and not too off the wall. Anyway, I think I've rambled on about names long enough. Like I said earlier, check the description down below. There's lots of stuff down there. And like I said, subscribe to my channel because I put out new videos every week and I wouldn't want you to miss any of those. And give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave me a comment down below with either your favorite name from my list or with your favorite baby name that either you will use or won't be using. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.